To the Ladies by Lady Mary Chudley, 1656 to 1710. Wife and servant are the same, but only differ in the name. For when that fatal knot is tied, which nothing can divide, when she the word obey has said, and man by law supreme has made, then all that's kind is laid aside, and nothing left but state and pride. Fierce as an eastern prince he grows, and all his innate rigour shows. Then but to look, to laugh or speak, will the nuptial contract break. Like mutes she signs alone must make, and never any freedom take, but still be governed by a nod, and fear her husband as a god. Him still must serve, him still obey, and nothing act and nothing say, but what her haughty lord thinks fit, who with the power has all the wit. Then shun, oh shun that wretched state, and all the fawning flatterers hate. Value yourselves and men despise, you must be proud if you'll be wise. Okay, this is a poem by Lady Mary Chudley. She was born in Devon. Let's see, she had an uncle who fought in the English Civil War on the side of Parliament and Oliver Cromwell, the anti-royalists. And she had another uncle who was a famous doctor. She is known as a feminist for writing several feminist essays and poems, and this poem is talking about marriage as a trap, and I think this is talking about her own experience as well, although it never says this directly. And this is a she is very clearly an early feminist. She had little or no formal education, because women were not educated in those days, although she had read clearly and taught herself about philosophy and science and theology and many things. So, what's this poem about? Well, this poem is about marriage and what it was like to be married in those days. Let's see, one of the lines in the marriage service, which I think currently doesn't usually is currently not used, is to love, honour and obey her husband. A wife promises to love, honour, that's easy, and obey her husband, obey in all things. And in this time, the wife had to do what her husband told her, and she had no freedom at all. And in this, the wife is a slave to the husband. Wife and servant are the same, but only differ in the name. And there she says it. So a wife is just a servant for her husband. And this poem is saying that this is not fair. That it should be an equal relationship. For when that fatal knot is tied, which nothing can divide. So when the knot is tied, when they're married, this is a contract that cannot be broken, because divorce didn't exist in those days. Well, it did if you were King Henry VIII, but that caused a lot of problems. When she said the word when she said the word obey, has said, when she the word obey has said, and man by law supreme has made, then all that's kind is laid aside, and nothing left but state and pride. So when the woman has promised to love, honour and obey her husband, and then this is a law. This wording is a law of man, that she doesn't believe that God approves of this. This is a law made by man. Then everything that's kind in a husband disappears, and all that's left of a husband is the husband's pride and the husband's pomp and his honour and his state. So once the woman has said has said that she will marry her husband, then she becomes directly a servant, a slave. Fierce as an eastern prince he grows, and all his innate rigour show. So he stops being kind, he becomes fierce. He's as fierce as a prince, and he shows all his innate rigour, all his stiffness, all his refusal to bend, refusal to be comprehending, that his wife must follow all of the rules rigorously, absolutely. Then but to look, to laugh or speak, will the nuptial contract break. So then if she looks at something, or she laughs at the wrong moment, or she speaks at the wrong moment, she's breaking the nuptial, the marriage contract. So her husband, anything that she does that her husband doesn't like, she's breaking the marriage contract. And there's nothing that she's allowed to do, because she's frightened to look at something, or to laugh, or to speak, because but by doing that she might say something wrong and therefore break her marriage contract. Like mute she signs alone must make, and never any freedom take. So she must make signs instead of saying things. She just she's miming them, she's making signs, she's trying to show people, show the world what she wants, and she's not free to make any decision. She's not free to do anything. She was making signs to maybe get her husband to, or people to, understand what she wants. She's not allowed to say anything, but still be governed by a nod, and fear her husband as a god. So if her husband nods, then she has to do exactly what that nod says. She's got to do exactly what her husband says, that her husband is now God. She must serve him, still obey, and nothing act and nothing say. So she must serve him, she must obey him, she must do nothing, she must say nothing, except what her haughty lord thinks fit, who with all the power has all the wit. So she must do nothing or say nothing that her important lord, that her husband, she can only say things that he thinks are acceptable. She can't disagree with him, because he has all of the power, all of the wit, all of the intelligence. And then she says, don't get married. Then shun that wretched state, turn your back on that horrible state of marriage, and all the fawning flatterers hate, and hate all of the people who are trying to win your affections. Turn your back on marriage, Value yourselves. So women, value yourselves. Think that you are valuable. And men despise and turn your back on men. You must be proud. So be proud. Be proud to be who you are. Be proud to be who yourself. If you'll be wise. So don't marry. It's the wise thing to do. If you want to have an opinion, if you want to be able to say things, if you want to be an individual in this world, then don't marry. And this is a very strong set of lines to finish up with. So she's saying that marriage is not a fair state and that the woman is just a slave of the man. So, To the Ladies by Lady Mary Chudley.